So that side window took less time than we thought, so I thought we're going to move on to another job for today. So we're going to be putting in the MaxxAir fan. We've gone for the deluxe one in smoke, I think this one is, so it's kind of got the black roof. So we're going to be putting this in, and that is going to be going over here above the bed area where we've marked out the fan. So now David's going to measure twice and cut it once.
We did on the last one, but
hopefully he gets it right the first time this time.
So we'll crack on.
Fingers crossed it's all smooth and straightforward.
Okay. So we've marked out where we want the MaxxFan. So marked it out all out nice. Just going to send some holes in again with a drill in the corners to get the jigsaw in. Pop on the roof, tape it up again, draw around it as we did on the window. Hopefully cut it out and we'll see how we get on.
And you've got snow hanging above you.
Yeah, we did do this a bit, but
don't worry, we'll be sorting that out.
We'll tidy all this up nice and neat. But we just tried to get as much insulation done as we could, but we still ran out, so we need to get some more again. 5 rolls.
So that will be arriving tomorrow. So by tomorrow night we should have completed the insulation. Finally.
MaxxFan, windows done. I've got some cable coming tomorrow, so I can get first fix cables in. Yeah, so he's cracking on.
Stand by.
Are we ready? Yeah.
Have you measured it twice? So I got 2 lines.
This is it. Too late now. We've committed. It's very scary, this part, because if you mess this up, we're going to have a scarlight.
That's why you always measure twice and cut once. Luckily, you measured twice, cut once on the window and it was wrong. But luckily it was too small rather than too big.
Always wear safety goggles, because you don't want metal in your eyes. Bit late now, isn't it? So last night it got a bit dark, so we couldn't really finish much. So this morning we screwed it in, sealed it properly. It works. Obviously, we've got the batteries down there. I'm just waiting for some cable. So as soon as you get some cable, we can get it on, because it is about 20 degrees and it's quite warm in here. Anyway, so following on all that on, we've put the window in yesterday, as you've seen. Studded it out, because obviously I want some nice returns in here with a shelf and that. Solid. And then we started the bulkhead. Bit tricky, because there's a lot of angles and that. So here I've left it quite low, because I'm going to put an extra bit of wood in on here and have all this in storage. And I'm going to leave a bit of a hatch out here for us to climb in and out, just in case of emergency or whatever. And apart from that, yeah.
Here's a bit of an update of what we've done so far. So we've now got this window in, which is a sliding one. It's a bit stiff at the minute because we need to take this off, but we're not doing that till we're finished. Is put all these supports in ready for us doing the tongue and groove. Still got this bit to finish. It's all fully insulated now, and we also have one MaxxAir fan in. Floors down. We've just got to insulate these wheel arches and box that in, and on this side. And then we've also built the frame for this bit. We're gonna completely block this off and just leaving this small opening here to keep an eye on the kids when they're here. And up here we're gonna build a cupboard. So that's the update so far. I think today we're gonna put the floor down now.
So, new update, here we go. So we've been a few days, so we've been got a lot of wiring in, as you can see. Everywhere. Lights all over, USBs, loops for all the lights. Main cables going down there. Consumer unit there for $240 from electrical equipment on site. Box these wheel arches in the other day. Both sides. New floor down, I don't know how far I got with you. That's a shower frame coming up nicely. We've got seated area. Just the frame built at the minute. I've got to bolt all the metal struts in and that for the seat belts. And today's job, we're going to be doing some panelling on the ceiling. So we're just going to start cutting it. And Leanne's going to be staining it up like oak.
So for anyone that might be watching that's new, 3 weeks ago we brought this 2018 Mercedes Sprinter long wheelbase high roof fan to convert into a camper for our very large family, which is myself, David, which is my partner, and our 7 younger children, which range from 15 down to 1. Now you must be thinking we're absolutely bonkers, which we are anyway. So doing this doesn't really make us any more bonkers because we can't get any more bonkers than we already are. And reason we brought this is because the prices of holidays for large families are absolutely extortionate. And last year we went abroad for 9 days to Gran Canaria in August, and it cost us roughly £8,000. So I think for probably, so we brought this van for 11,000, planning to spend about 10,000 on it, which probably seems a lot of money, but it soon goes. And we thought it would be a lot cheaper, we'd be able to explore more and go on more adventures by doing this ourselves. So this morning I thought we'd do a little update on what we've been doing so far. So as I say, we got it 3 weeks ago today actually, and I think we've done really well with the progress that we've made so far. We've not been like working on it all day every day, just as and when we've got time. And at weekends we've had some help from my oldest daughter and her boyfriend, which has helped massively. So you might see them in some of the videos. So I'll just quickly show you now everything that we've done so far and then what we're going to be getting on with today. So down this end, this is where we're going to be having our bed. So we're going to have like double king size beds. So I'm going to have one coming off here and then also one down there. So then down here we have tongue and grooved, and we have also painted it in this Deluxe Timeless shade. We've now done the ceiling in the same tongue and groove, but instead of painting it, I've stained this in some wood stain. We've got our 12 volt camper van spotlights going on there, and also a MaxxFan installed. I think today going to be spray painting this black, just because white tends to get dirty and I thought black would look really nice. We've still got the doors to finish, but as you can see we've fluffed it sort of. We just picked up this 8-litre water tank yesterday for the bargain price of £30, which was just going to keep there temporary for now. Then over here we have installed these USB ports. You've got 2 in each. These are also 12 volt, so we'll run off that battery. And for some reason this looks absolutely filthy, even though it's just been painted, but it doesn't look like it's dirty in real life. We've also got another 12 volt USB down here. They just slide around and then you can put 2 USBs in there. We've also boxed in these wheel arches. That there's a shower. So like I said, this back area is going to be where we are going to be sleeping. Not all of us, so the 3 boys are going to be up here on this top bunk. It's not actually that high really. And then myself, David and the 2 younger girls, who are 3 and 1, are going to be sleeping on this bottom bunk. And then the 2 other girls will be over there, which I'll show you in a moment. Then over here we have just plied this side, which is where our kitchen's going to go. We've got some cabling for our under cabinet lighting, and we've also put in these 2 40 volt switches. That's going to be if we're out on campsites. And round here we've just started on our shower slash toilet room. We've just tongue and grooved the sides and also painted that in the Dulux Timeless. Then in here, this is the floor we've gone for, but we are going to do our own wet room floor. And then on the sides we're going to be putting some aqua board, so it doesn't look the biggest of showers, but you have to maximise the space whenever you can. Then up here we're going to be fitting a air vent as well, so to help with like all the moist air to prevent any damp and mould. So as I say, we're going to have a toilet in there and a shower in there. Then around this side we've built this here, this L-shaped seating, which is going to seat 6 of the kids. As we only have 3 seats in the front, we're going to be fixing in 3-point seat belts as well, so everything will be safe and secure and professionally done. We're also going to add, so this is just here for temporary, we're going to add some hinges onto some plyboard, so this is going to be storage. And then under here is where we're going to store all our batteries, our inverter, etc, etc. We've also added in this window here, which you'll see, probably seen already. And then we've added this thing now on, which is your blackout blind, or you can also have it in that mode, which is the fly net, which I think is really cool, or you just separate them both up, which will turn back to the window again. We've also ripped out the bulkhead. Super sunny day today, and what we're doing is in this top half we're going to ply it so it's storage and add a door. We're going to finish off putting plyboard around it and then tongue and grooving all of this as well, and then we'll be putting some cushions in. And then over here is where our kitchen's going to be going, which David's so eager to get started, but we're trying to get all the little bits and bobs done first, like tongue and grooving. And that's probably going to come out to about here with a nice hob on there. So that is our kitchen area. I absolutely love the ceiling. It looks pretty dark in here at the minute because it's quite dark, not much lighting, but it's a really nice light oak shade. And I think, look, that looks much better. It looks more orangey when I turn it the other way. Do need to stain these again, the little gaps as they've opened up slightly, but that's normal for tongue and groove. So So that's our little update so far of what we've got to. I think we've done really well. I'd say we've only been doing it for 3 weeks. We've probably roughly spent around £3,500 to get to this stage. That does include all the insulation, soundproofing, all the wood. I'd say the wood was what's cost the most so far, because everything's pretty much wood. Flooring, I absolutely love the herringbone flooring in this really nice oak. We spent £8 on that, and it is a roll of vinyl, so really easy to clean, especially when you've got lots of young children like we do. So today's plans are possibly fit in the other window, which has finally arrived, so I'm excited to get that in, which is going to be going in the sliding door. We've also got the roof vent to fit, and as I say, I'm going to be spray painting these MaxxFan plastics just to make them all look aesthetically pleasing to look at.